Unless you have been successfully avoiding the cultural phenomenon known as K-pop demon hunters, you will be aware of this story of three investigators battling entities from beyond. If only there was a role-playing game where we could do the same. Welcome to Roll for Sanity, where we become mythos investigators and demon hunters in the world of Call of Cthulhu role-playing, and welcome to all the new investigators joining us since the last vid. The great thing about Call of Cthulhu is you can build any character to fit the story you want to tell with your keeper. So we'll round off our look at Cthulhu by Gaslight by making a demon hunter who has come to Gaslight London to track down and defeat demons. They're going to need all the help they can get, so not only will there be a Pulp Cthulhu character, we'll be adapting some Gaslight rules about the astral plane for our character. The Call of Cthulhu has always been more horror than mythos, with no mythos actually mentioned in the original haunting scenario. And for me, there's no better rule set than the Call of Cthulhu in which to bring untold horrors to life, such as the Dukabi trickster goblin or the Go Miho, shape-shifting nine-tailed spirit from Korean folklore. Taking a step aside from K-pop demon hunters, the Gaslight era was one very much of the esoteric and hauntings with mediums calling forward spirits from the beyond. At the same time, London was a cultural centre with many beliefs and cults coming to the shores of Victorian Britain, and with that came their demons, spirits, ghosts and spectres. Demon hunters, exorcists, or spiritual warriors have an awareness usually rooted in tradition and specific spiritual teaching that the forces of evil lay in wait for the unfortunate to stray into the path of evil and be in need of rescue. Those chosen know of cults that seek to summon entities from beyond and must do all they can to be the best soldiers in an eternal war. The role of a demon hunter in Victorian Gaslight Britain would be a very specialised occupation, with members of the infamous Golden Dawn more well known. And Korea itself was only starting to open up in Victorian times, having been known as the Hermit Kingdom, ruled by the Chosun dynasty for centuries. Unwitting travellers bringing artefacts and tomes out of the country would unleash dangers of the occult onto an unsuspecting population. Who then would be better to stride dramatically into the story than our demon hunter, ready to face the challenge? Let's feed the dice to Cthulhu and roll for sanity.
Personal attributes.
Strength, 13. Dexterity, 12. Intelligence, 15. Constitution, 11. Appearance, 14. Pow, 9. Size, 15. Education, 16. And luck, 8. Remember, to get our attribute scores, we take our dice rolls and multiply them by 5, so that is strength, 65. Dexterity, 60. Intelligence, 75. Constitution, 55. Appearance, 70. Power, 45. Size, 75. Education, 80. Luck, 40. We are rolling up a Pulp Cthulhu by Gaslight character, so we need to select our Pulp archetype. Our lowest stat is POW, so this is a natural choice to boost up to 90. Do check with your keeper though how much your core stat will be. Some like me like to set it to the max of 90 for great heroes, but on page 23 of the Pulp Cthulhu book it suggests players roll 1d6 and multiply the result by 13. With POW as the core stat, we have 3 archetypes from which we could choose. Much as I like the draw of the Mystic archetype, as you can choose psychic talents there, I think the Explorer will suit our Demon Hunter best. Let's look at the hit points, which is Con added to size, then divided by 5 to give us our Pulp hit points. Rounding down any fractions, so 26 hit points and able to take quite a punch or two in a brawl. With the strength and size adding up to 140, there is a damage bonus to our melee attacks too. Our move rate is 7 though, as our strength and dexterity are both lower than our size. Sanity points are the same as our power, and a loss of 18 points will be needed to send our demon hunter into madness.
Pulp skills.
As this is a pulp character, there are 100 bonus skill points from the Explorer archetype to divide among the Explorer skills listed on page 18. I like to give a noticeable amount to just a few to boost them up. So 30 points into animal handling, as there is a pulp talent I think our character should have. I think our demon hunter should blend into the shadows, so 25 into stealth and 25 into ride, as they should stand a chance of controlling a horse, and some slight adjustments to navigate and to track. We'll deal with our pulp talents now, as one of them allows skill points to be spent. We can pick 2 talents, as our hero is mid-pulp. The Cthulhu by Gaslight guide has an alternative list of pulp talents to use specific for the era, listed on pages 103 and 104. They are still grouped by physical talents, combat talents to help them fight, mental talents based around knowledge in the mind, and miscellaneous talents which pick up all the other ones that don't fit into the other categories. I want an animal companion for our demon hunter though. Not a mythical cat, but a very practical magpie. So I'm going to select from page 26 of the Pulp Cthulhu's rule supplement instead. I also see I get a bonus die on animal handling rolls. We're going to adapt the rules a little bit here, as the next talent I'm going to choose is actually a skill only available to members of the Golden Dawn. In the Cthulhu by Gaslight Keeper's Guide, there is a chapter on the Golden Dawn listing the skills they can have at various levels of achievement. I would suggest that you can make a case with your keeper that knowledge of the astral plane is not solely restricted to upper-class toffs who had arguments over who worshipped the devil more than the other. The astral plane is universal, and knowledge of this realm will be known in other circles. How will we adapt this for our demon hunter then? We'll say that the skill Astral Awareness from the Cthulhu by Gaslight Keeper's Guide can be selected as a pulp talent for your character. Hopefully your keeper will agree. Astral Awareness comes with a base level skill of 1/5 of your power, so that's 18 points for our character. With this talent, our character can spend magic points to make a roll against the skill and detect aspects of the astral plane. Let's say our demon hunter is in a crowd of people, one of which is possessed by a demon. A power roll won't be helpful here, so we'll have to spend 1 magic point to roll against the astral awareness skill. A success means we see who in the crowd is possessed, but much as we see the demon also sees the character. Astral awareness does not give you any astral combat skills, so be careful when using this talent, as demons know a lot more about the astral plane than our characters do.
Occupational skills.
Our character trained with an order of monks, so we'll be using the tribal member occupation. We need to note that they are lower class and have a maximum credit rating of 15, so 15 points here. 45 points on our astral awareness skill. A lot of the tribe member skills are physical, so 30 points to take it up to 50. And Fighting Brawl gets 45 points, as being a demon hunter will no doubt involve hand-to-hand combat. And remember, we have that damage bonus as well. Using all the senses in a demon hunt includes listen, so 30 points here. 20 points is all I can spare for natural world, as I need 45 points to go into occult. There is a pulp talent lore, which I could have selected, about demons, but I've yet to come across a game which has asked for a lore roll, and if it did, it was Dream Lore, a skill given to the PCs by the Keeper. Therefore, occult will be fine for our demon hunter. I wish I could give more to spot hidden, but 25 points will have to do. No points in swimming, as I need to put the rest of the points into survival street, as our demon hunter is a very street-level character and needs to know how to survive in London. They're certainly not penniless, but they do need to know their way around.
Personal skills.
A very respectable intelligence has given us 150 points to shape our demon hunter's natural abilities. We'll add another 25 in animal handling and 15 to our stealth score. We'll add 7 points here to take our astral awareness up to 70, and then it's time for some investigator skills. With a good base of 30 in dodge, we can add another 30 here. As our character is going to be from the Hermit Kingdom, they need to be able to speak English. So 49 points here, as 50 is deemed to allow conversations to happen without having to roll for it. Then all our remaining points must go into a social skill, as neither our archetype or occupation gave us the option. I think we'll go with Intimidate, just 24 points here. Our demon hunter wants to be mean, but I think he'll just come across as a little bit angry for the time being.
The finishing touches.
Gear and possessions. Our demon hunter looks the part with an embroidered long padded coat, offering 1 point of armor protection. They do have a blackjack, which is easier to conceal than his usual demon fighting daggers. Naturally, they will carry birdseed for their animal companion Midnight, the magpie. They'll also carry rice around, as this can distract demons who are compelled to count the grains if thrown on the ground. On page 73 of the Cthulhu by Gaslight Investigator's Guide, we see our demon hunter's credit rating of 15 is average wealth. He is able to spend up to £2.10 a day, has £150 in cash, and £150 in assets. The story for our demon hunter is that Min Jae Kim was born into the family of Yangba scholars in the Jeolla province. By 18, he was a promising young officer in the Joseon army stationed near Jeonju. He believed in order, duty, and the Confucian ideals until the Imho mutiny shattered everything. Using the opportunity of violence, a demon cult went on the rampage, summoning demons that destroyed the ancient knowledge in Min Jae Kim's village, as well as killing his parents, leaving him all alone to be taken in by spiritual monks. Taking the opportunity to come to London, he's known as the Iron Crane, a chosen warrior who's employed as a bodyguard. He is a man in his early 30s with sharp, disciplined features, dark almond eyes, and black hair tied back in a loose topknot, a mixture of Korean tradition and practicality. Traits: he's an honourable individual, which earns him respect with those he meets. Ideologies and beliefs: a follower of Confucianism, which is benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and trustworthiness. Injuries and scars? None yet. Significant people: that will be Sir Arthur Cudmore, his benefactor who sponsored his immigration to Great Britain and for who he now works as a bodyguard. Phobia? That Joy is yet to perform. Kim Min Jae. Meaningful location? We'll say the temple in Jeonju, where he first was able to control his astral awareness talent. Arcane tomes and spells? None yet. Treasure possession is a locket containing some of his deceased sister's hair, who was killed in the raid on his village. Encounters with the strange? Well, which one to pick? Let's go for a recent one. When chasing a suspect, Kim's astral awareness led him to a pool of blood. He then had a vision of a demon that had followed him to London. That just about wraps it up for our demon hunter without any singing. I hope you've enjoyed the Cthulhu by Gaslight characters with me, and hope you'll subscribe so I can let you know about the next video. Please feel free to visit the blog at www.rollforsanity.com, where I'll bring you news of a Call of Cthulhu Demon Hunter adventure I've started writing for Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. Thanks for watching, and we'll roll for sanity again soon.